All right, that's my Matthew McConaughey voice. Just in case you didn't know I had it. But welcome to
Yeah.
Fountain City Kings. We have a live stream tonight as Kevin and I sit here and watch the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers. So if you see me looking up, because I'm looking at the TV, I wanted to place the game in the live stream too. Then I found out that was illegal. So
It is very much illegal.
I didn't want us to go to jail or get a cease and desist letter from the NBA. So
Thanks.
stayed away
Thanks
from
for
that.
not doing that.
Yeah. This month is Black Music Month. If I'm saying that right. Um, with that being said, I originally wanted to talk about some black music artists that their music has done a lot for our community, but then I just so happened to listen to a new Wayne today, and that shit is trash. So let's just start off with that. Now,
Do we have
Jared
to?
claims, yeah, we'll start off with that. Jared claims that there's some dudes on TikTok that added the songs to different music, different instruments, and it sounds way better. Now I haven't went out and checked that out yet,
I
but
did
I know
today.
okay. So what do you say? What do you got to say about
Yeah, absolutely. The There was one song specifically, I can't remember what the name of it was, but immediately it sounded like a completely different song. It sounded like mixtape one. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is it. And that just goes to show you that a beat can make or break a song. And anyone that doesn't believe that is crazy because there's plenty of songs that we've listened to over the course of time that like contextually trash, lyrics trash, their delivery trash, but that beat is undeniable. And I think Wayne still has it. Like he still has bars. He still has some, some cool vernacular that he throws out. He still has some like, he still got something in the tank for sure. However, yes, the beat selection on the entirety of the album, I really don't think was up to caliber with what we're used to hearing from Wayne.
it? It was
Um,
almost like one of those alternative albums that he has. Where I think a couple of them seemed like they were kind of rock songish.
I think
I
he was trying to appeal to
tried,
the entirety of his audience. Honestly, I think that's what it was.
yeah, I actually tried to listen to the entire album. So full song, not like hey, I gave it 15 seconds and switched to the next one. I purposely listened to everything. Um, as you said, the vernacular is still there. He still got bars, but man, that production with that was some of the worst I think I've heard in a while. Some people can overcome bad beats, like J. Cole. He doesn't always have the best beats, but he seems to overcome it. I
Absolutely.
think he does too many people that he knows favors. Because I feel like it's just the people that he rocks with that makes most of those beats, and he just sticks with them because they're part of Dreamville. And I think you might need to start changing that.
You might need to
That's
branch out a little bit.
yeah, that's just my opinion. Um,
That song with Big X though, I
I
fuck with
told
it.
you, but Big X carries the song.
Find me a song Big X is on in current history that he
No,
doesn't carry.
I know what you're gonna say. There is not one. There's not a single song he doesn't carry.
I'm saying, bro, got the juice right now.
He does. He does.
Bro got the juice.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually feeling Rosama.
Bro, song's cool. It
Yeah.
just depends. Like mostly you hear features, like where someone on features and all that, like in the background. Then every once in a while, will pop out and do a verse or something along those lines. But I mean, it is what it is.
On Meet the Sixers, though, I feel like you heard him on every single song.
It's a good point. It's a good point. But I mean, that's a cool thing about X though. X definitely pulls on his people from definitely pulls on his people from the block and people that are still rocking with them. So it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't think you're wrong by any means.
Now, I did see that this July he's got a country album coming out where he's rocking with multiple country artists. And I heard him say Jelly Roll. I heard him say Shabuzi. I already know he's got the song with Bailey, Morgan Wallen. I can't remember who else he said, but there were a few others. And he said a bunch of country artists come up on the collab. And he said, we might as well do a whole album. Instead of just put a whole album. So I'm interested to see what that's about in July when that comes out.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be dope because what he did with Morgan was fire. And I just think overall, like he's just got the kind of flow that punches through any kind of song. And so whenever he comes on, like it just kind of changes it. You remember how like Three Stacks used to come on the songs and they changed the beat for him because he would just take over beats?
Yeah.
It's that same vibe. You know who else does that? That like I don't think gets enough credit as an artist. Sorry to take it off topic, but who doesn't get enough credit as an artist whenever like they come on songs and change the vibe completely?
Ooh.
Black.
Okay. You know what? Now that you say that, you were exactly correct.
Black comes on records and he takes over and it's his record. And he's so good. Like he can sing, or he can rap, or he can do that combination of the two. And I just don't think he gets enough credit. Like I think bro is super dope, super talented, and like I don't know, like he's just got his own lane. And people still kind of equate him to that whole like Problems EP, which yeah, that's still jams. Every record on that still jams. But he's done so much more stuff since then. The East Atlanta Love Letter was fire. Like everything that he's done collaboration wise has been fire. Like he has a couple records with Sabrina Claudio that are super dope. I heard him on a Ty Dolla Sign song recently, or a song with Ty Dolla Sign that was fire too. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But in that same vein, X is another one of those artists that gets on a song and really he's just like yeah, this is my shit now. Like y'all watch the show,
Yeah. No,
and I
definitely.
love it.
I love it too. I mean, I can't get no better. But you said you changed the subject. Not really, because we just talking about music, so it's all fair game.
Respect.
Hopefully, y'all can hear the music that's in the background. Hopefully, it's not us that can hear it, but we're trying to do something a little different, make it a little lively while we do this here. So right now, second quarter, 4 minutes and 48 seconds left. OKC is up 51-45. Siakam so far from what I've seen this first half has been balling. I don't know how
Is he
much
is he carrying right now?
from what I've seen, yeah. Halliburton just missed a three. It's a pretty good game going back and forth. For a while, Indiana was up,
Thump thump
but
thump.
McConnell was the person, man. He was giving people buckets the other night, so I hope he does the same thing tonight. Now that
I
audio
like I like
game,
their team, man. Like their team just kind of does their thing, bro. It's not anything that just like really it's not anything that really like not one person that really takes over unless they need to, and that's usually Halliburton, you know. Other than that,
yeah.
like it is pretty even.
Chet Holmgren, that was a terrible screen. So, let's see. What are the music that you know of we can look forward to this summer?
You're asking
Anything
me
else?
questions that I
I
do
know
not
you're
know
not
the answer
prepared
to,
for
sir.
it. Okay, I didn't know if you heard anything.
No. There are a lot of people that are going on tour or have concerts that are like kind of getting into full steam. That I'm pretty excited to go see, like Leon Thomas.
So hold on. I never said I didn't like him. Okay, and I had to think about this week. It's more so the chorus I don't like.
You said that because you're not a dog or a mutt.
Yeah, majority of the song is actually a good song. It's just I can't stand the chorus. And then the heart of a woman, I hate the chorus. I hate the beat. I hate all of that. I'm not gonna lie.
That's wild. Not gonna lie to you because that song is really good.
What can I say, man?
Some bullshit that nobody's gonna listen to, but I mean, it's okay.
You know what? I like what I like.
Respect.
Don't like what I don't.
And you know what? We're not gonna take that away from you, brother. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So over the past week, we have gotten introduced to Jack Caglione of the Royals. Now, the last 9 games, he is eight. He has 8 hits in 9 games, which would seem to be good, but he's batting. I think it was 240 last night before going 0 for 4. I know most fans assume that he would be the savior, um, but he hasn't been that. But also, we got to remember he's a rookie. So, how long do you think it's going to be before he hits his first home run?
well, do you want me to speak it into existence? Because I can speak it into existence and he can hit it tomorrow, or
Speak it,
or I can
speak
be
it into
realistic.
existence.
Well, I'm calling it before before the end of the week. He'll get his first one, and it's Friday. So before Sunday comes, he'll get his first one.
Okay. So right now he's 1 for 2 tonight. No strikeouts. They did have a line out or pop up 1 or 2. Can't see it. His average now is at 231. They're getting beat 3-1. If they get swept by the lowly Athletics, a team that doesn't even have a state associated or a city associated with the team,
Yeah, they do.
no, they don't.
I mean,
They don't.
technically they don't, but they are Vegas's team now. They've been Vegas's team since last year.
Oh, they don't play in Vegas. It doesn't
Not
say
yet because
Vegas
the stadium's
Athletics.
not done.
It doesn't say Las Vegas Athletics. It just says Athletics.
Because they dropped everything because they're about to
And
be Vegas's
and they
team.
don't even play in the same home stadium every single week.
Right, because they're waiting for their stadium to be done, which I think I heard something wild like it's not going to be done until 2027. So they're going to go on this world tour for 2 years, for 2 seasons. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
it's the equivalent to a minor league team. Terrible.
It's insane. They
Now
need a
these
couple of stars on that team, man.
well, they got a guy, a rookie shortstop, Jacob Wilson. That's pretty good. He's batting 366,
And
eight homers,
that
38
is pretty
RBIs.
good.
So he's doing good.
That is pretty good. But
But
that's
the rest of
one
that team
player.
is awful.
Right. The rest of that team is awful. I saw them play the Rangers here in May, like early May, and Jacob DeGrom just mowed them down, bro. Like it wasn't even close. I think the Rangers ended up winning that game like 13-2.
Aren't they bad as well?
They're not good. I wouldn't consider them bad, but they're not good.
um, well, I don't know, man. If they get, I honestly don't believe they're going to win more than 2 games this weekend. I'll give them 1 game because right now the only team I think they've allowed to sweep them was the Tigers and the Yankees, but they should be able to fight back for 1 game. But man, they got work. I posted on Facebook earlier this week that as of that night, in their current state, current form, they are not a playoff team.
No, they're not. But like I know, July and August come and they decide that they want to start playing ball.
I hope so, but they just lost their ace. Got rotator cuff issues.
So you
So
think they're
he
gonna go after somebody?
no, they got a lot of pitching. They've stacked up a lot. Um, they'll be fine there, but he's gonna be going till most people are saying like August. Not good, but he just seems like he's always injured, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Right. I mean, it's kind of the thing in baseball, bro. Like you either play through an injury, play through the pain, or you take the time off to get something done about it, or you get sat down. you know. And I think
Yeah,
this is one of those scenarios where it's just like, yeah, you can't play through it anymore.
no, definitely. Um, Former Royal Billy Butler. I don't know if he's the coach or he created this whole thing, but there's a pro sports team or like a pro softball team that showcased this week. It's 6 games. It was at Blue Valley Northwest. I think today was the last day. But the team is called the Diamonds, coached by Billy Butler. And they're going to host the Florida Vibe, the New York Rise, Again, this is softball. It's like an independent affiliate, right? Um, fast pitch, and the teams are built or teams include players from the Big Ten, the Big 12, the SEC, and more. It's kind of been a big thing. I saw where two players from KU got put on the team with Billy. I'm sure you weren't aware of that, but it was a new thing that popped up this week. That's all.
Wait, is this that the female professional league? Is that what it is, or is
Yeah,
this? Okay,
it
so
is. Yeah.
I did hear about this because they're gonna broadcast some games on ESPN. I did see that,
Okay. It says
and
one of these chicks was throwing 70 miles an hour. That's
underhand
pretty
is
fast.
crazy.
Yeah.
The
Underhand is
I
pretty
think I
fast.
read something where like the equivalent of that is like 102 or something in the majors, like overhand, like major
That is
league pitching.
wild.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
up
that's
with the
nuts.
100s, there's a kid that went to Grain Valley. He's 6'7", and he 2 nights ago, no, last night, he debuted with the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't remember his name. Like I said, 6'7". He pitched 5 innings of no hit baseball. First game, rolled his ankle, had to come out of the game. Didn't get to finish. But his first like 3 pitches, 101, 102, 103, heat,
Kid's a cheat code.
heat. Can you
Six
imagine?
seven, 6'7" is wild, by the way. Like
That's
six
huge.
seven launching like that. That's close to Randy Johnson. What was the big unit? He was like 6'9".
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna leave it up to you to find out how tall he was. 'Cause I was. I'll let you come back to us with that. But that is pretty crazy.
He was 6'10".
Oh my gosh! I'll never forget him hitting that bird as he was pitching.
Blew that shit up.
Yep.
Dare I say it? He blew it to smithereens. He smoked that bird, bro. Like
So,
that clip lives rent free in my head.
oh yeah. What else we got that's happened this week in the world of baseball? What's the kid's name that caught that catch where he hopped over the wall?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw that clip too. That was nuts. Like, bro, literally like climbed the wall, snagged that hole over the top of it, came back down, and he was hype afterwards. His picture was looking like, bro, how?
Yeah. And the dude that hit the ball was pissed.
I mean, what do you do in that scenario? You literally had a home run and somebody made this freakish play to rob you of it.
Most of
Like
the time they tip their cap, like, hey,
pitcher
hitters don't
tips their
do
cap.
that.
The hit
No, no,
that
no.
the
But I'm saying sometimes the hitter will kind of do something to reference the catch. Like, okay, good job, whatever.
yeah, he did this batter did too. He was like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He wasn't having none of that.
"Nah, baseball is such a cool sport, man. And I stand on it that baseball is arguably the hardest sport out of all the sports. Arguably the hardest sport.
Carry on. Hold on one second.
Like if you look at it from a technical perspective of just like the intangibles that you have to have in order to be good at baseball, baseball is arguably the hardest sport. Hitting a baseball alone is extremely difficult, especially if you're in the majors, like you're up at that level where people are throwing shit where the ball does some things you ain't never seen before, like almost wiffle ball type movement, and it's anywhere from 60 to 103 miles per hour. Like, come on, man. Like at any given time, they can just pull the string on you. Like that's nuts. Like it is hands down the hardest sport to play, followed by hockey.
Yeah, bro. There's literally I can't tell if these dudes are white or Hispanic. But there's a dude in an orange jumpsuit, orange like bucket hat. Another guy in a baby blue and baby blue hat with Stephen A. Smith on his picture. Of Stephen A. Smith on his chest, and the other dude has Kendrick Perkins on his chest.
That's
And
random.
they're standing courtside.
That is super random.
All right, moving on.
Let's hear it.
Disney and Marvel have something cooking. it once again involves Ryan Coogler. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Well, there is a series coming to Disney Plus June 24th called Ironheart.
Oh, nice.
Marvel Television's Ironheart pits technology against magic when Riri Williams, a young, genius inventor determined to make her mark on the world, returns to her hometown of Chicago.
Have you have you seen Wakanda Forever?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Wakanda Forever, they introduced the character of Ironheart. She's
Oh yeah,
basically,
she made that suit the flu.
yeah. So she's like this genius, like college teenage girl Riri from Chicago, and she basically was like doing nigga shit at college, but she's
Yeah, yeah.
also brilliant at the same time, and like was creating stuff. Said like I think her first invention was at like 5. I think is how is what she
Oh my
said in the
gosh,
movie.
Tyrese Halliburton. My bad. He
The
just
king,
had a
the
Jordan like reverse on the baseline for a layup.
go crazy.
Carry on though.
Well, anyway, so yeah, so was a character that they introduced in Wakanda Forever. Basically, she is like female black Iron Man from Chicago,
Yeah.
and she created all her own tech. And I think actually she did use like some of like his ideology, if I remember correctly, about like some of the things that she was making. And like she had her own little garage and all that shit where she was like making like prototypes and all that. And she was like, there's like whole YouTube channels dedicated to like catching glimpses of her flying around in her suit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that Disney is putting Ryan Coogler in charge of what production or
No,
direction
this
of this?
this has already been recorded. This has already been
Oh,
filmed. It
okay.
it actually releases on the 24th.
Is it the
It
same girl
is
from the movie?
same girl from the movie, and it's set after the events of Wakanda Forever.
Good, because they did send her back to Chicago with her father's car. Because Shuri collected all the pieces from the ocean and then remade the car and then sent it back to Chicago for Riri when they sent her back
Yeah,
because she didn't want to stay in Wakanda.
that's true. So I thought that Jonathan Majors had already been brought back to Marvel. Then I saw a thing today that said that Marvel was contemplating bringing him back as what was it? What
Kang
was
the
his role?
Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Um, it sounds like it's about to happen. About officially happen.
I saw that as well. And congratulations for him and good on them for making right in a situation where they were definitely in the wrong and jumped the gun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because he should have never been let go.
Not at all.
So
So good. So good on them.
I'm glad to see that's coming back as well. All right. So I know most of y'all who know me, you know that when I was little, I was a wrestling fan, and I no longer am really a wrestling fan. I don't know who most wrestlers are, but I do know who the fine chicks are in wrestling. And this Jade Cargill,
Hey,
whew,
hey.
whew, she's about to join Loki.
Oh,
That Loki, whatever this is. Let me see here.
the show. It's a Disney Plus show.
Yeah, yes,
And it's really good. I think they have 2 seasons so far.
it is good. It is good. But she is joining, so you know that's a must watch just for that. She is.
Jada Parker is the one right now though. So when you get a chance, definitely
Well,
look
okay,
her up.
so hold on. I think I know which one it is because I follow them all on Instagram. But let me
Also,
just
for
get.
the record, it's okay to watch wrestling. I just want you to know that. Like Ezra's into it, so I picked it back up, and I've been actually enjoying it. Like it's been pretty cool. It's different. It's different now, and they're definitely and they're and it's the best way I can say this. There are definitely some baddies
Okay,
in the wrestling world right now.
Yes, Jada Parker is the one I saw that was interviewing Wong. Yeah, she is bad.
She is cold, and she's a good wrestler too.
Yep, I guess. Yep, whatever you say.
Whatever you say is wild. Like I don't care about none of that.
All I'm saying is that if I watch it, I ain't gonna know who's good or who ain't good. I just gonna know who look good.
Oh, you'll know who's good and who's not good. You absolutely like. Oh, this was terrible.
Man, just put me on whenever the the women is wrestling. That's all I care to see.
They had it was either a triple threat or a fatal four way at what was it, Money in the Bank recently with like Rhea Ripley, sorry, whatever. Her and a couple of other girls. Like there's this one Asian chick that's pretty good too. Like they had all of them in a match, and apparently like it was like arguably one of the best women's matches of all time. And it was in recent history. It was within the past month.
Okay,
So wrestling is definitely like still humping, man.
hold on.
What's that? What?
KG and Paul Pierce are talking about should the NBA put Kansas City on the short list for future expansion team location.
They absolutely should. I thought that was already in the talks.
I don't know, but I know both KG and Paul are both saying Rock Chalk Jayhawk on this video. Let me see
Yeah,
if I can unmute it.
they can knock it off
I don't know if you can hear
because ain't nobody trying to hear that.
it.
Nope.
Yeah, you got if you get a chance, pull up KG certified on Instagram. You can see that.
I have not cared about something less in my entire life.
That seems like a lie, but
That tells you how I feel about KU.
it just seems like a huge lie.
Go on, get because ain't nobody trying to hear none of that.
I feel like I've seen you care about. Okay, you know what? Let me get off of you real quick. So here I am on my Instagram trying to find these WWE chicks, right? And I click on one of these girls that I thought was a WWE chick that actually is not. She plays for the Los Angeles Sparks.
What is her name?
Do you know? Can you take a guess of who I'm talking about?
No, because the Sparks arguably have like some of the best looking women in the NBA on their team. Like their team is stacked, and they're not terrible either. So no, I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Rakia Jackson.
Oh yeah, no, she's fine as shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, sir.
Yeah. Um, I'm smitten. That's still the word people use. All right. So originally, I wanted to get your top 5 overrated rap songs for tonight. Now, I don't anticipate you having a list of 5 right away. Well, we can do this 5 together, or we can do the 5 separate and have our own 5 and come back to it toward the end of
I
the
like
night.
the discussion of having it together.
Okay. I want to start off by saying, for me, the 5th most overrated rap song would have to be Tech Nine, Red Kingdom.
Bro, can we stop with the slander of like people's favorite stuff? Can we knock it off? Like you are on one right now.
You personally have told me that the song is trash.
Yes, besides the hook, the song is doo doo. But that's not the point. The point is that the song like does what it needs to do. It gives what it needs to give, Chris.
You're right. It gives Republicans music for their videos.
That is wild. But
I don't know how many times I've seen them on TikTok playing Red Kingdom referencing Republicans.
hey, listen, we're still getting traction. Shouts out to Tech.
Overrated.
Oh, I got a song. I got one.
Okay. All right.
Gucci Gang by Lil Pump.
Oh my gosh.
They played the shit out of that song, and it's so bad. You want to talk about Republicans?
Yeah.
Awful, awful, awful. Like the song is awful. Lil Pump is awful. Him being like, "Oh yeah, I'm supporting Trump," and then go to the inauguration and all that other stuff, whatever. Like, or getting pulled up there at like some of the rallies. Like, get out of here, bro.
Hmm.
It's like Gucci Gang is awful. Like the song is legit terrible. So I'm gonna put that on the list.
All right. So number three can be whatever I want it to be, right?
Go for it. As long as you don't say Tech Nine again.
No, it's not.
Go for it.
I got to get the name of it though, because I know who it's by, but I got to get the name real quick. Come on, where you at? Where you at? All right. You know what? There's two of them that I'm thinking, but I'm just gonna go with the first one that comes to mind, and the
Let's
other
hear it.
one, I'll forget it. Tupac, "Dear Mama." Now, the background of the song,
Here
I
we
understand making
go.
a song for your mama, but that song is trash, bro.
Here we go.
The lyrics of that song need so much work, so much work.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and this might be controversial. And you know what? I'm gonna ride this wave with you, brother. People keep talking about like Tupac and a couple other folks are like the best rappers ever type shit. I'm like, that's like very inaccurate, especially in
No,
this day
it
and age
is.
where there are so many people who have really like taken from the greats, created their own lane, and have basically like gone crazy with that. Like, bro, I would put J. Cole in terms of like greatest rappers list over Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like and people being like, "Oh, Tupac's greatest rapper ever, or Biggie's the greatest rapper ever, greatest lyricist, all this." I'm like, no, they weren't. Like even at that time, they were great artists for sure. But like, come on now, like you can't name me a Pac song where like he was spitting some shit in a lyrical manner that you were just like, "Oh, nobody's ever done that, ever done that." Like at that
To,
time, people were doing it and they were doing it better. So
the one thing I'll say is this: people confuse um, good Tupac and bad Tupac, right? So good Tupac was when he was going at Bad Boy,
yeah, absolutely.
right?
California loved Tupac.
Yes. Changes Tupac was trash.
Yeah. Well, Thug Mansion Tupac.
Yeah,
Thug
no,
Mansion Tupac was awful.
get that shit out of here. Get it out of here. The other thing is this: Biggie is my favorite rapper, but Biggie does not have a large catalog to, honestly, for people to say greatest of all time. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I can admit that, even though I'm a huge fan of Biggie, he would have needed another three albums to be. Oh my gosh, the Royals are losing 6-1. Okay, backtrack. He would have needed to add another three albums in there and have more of a catalog before you get there.
I
He's
also don't disagree.
like I said, Biggie's my favorite rapper, but I can be honest about it. One thing Chiefs fans cannot be honest about, but I can be honest about people that I think are my favorite. Did I throw that in there? Did I say that out loud?
You're being ridiculous. Can we go back to this list?
Yeah, yeah. Number two. You got number two.
Um, that's a good one. Panda by Designer. That's a good one for sure. Because think about the hype that was behind that. He made an entire career off of Panda, 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 Panda. He came on sounding like Future so much to where people gave him a platform that he did not deserve.
Yeah, he was the poor man's future. Poor man's future, actually.
I was like, I don't even know if you can give him that much credit, brother.
That's what I said. He's like two levels down. Two poor man's down.
He was awful, and he ran Panda
To the ground.
and Timmy Turner into the ground. Like Timmy Turner was a freestyle for like 3 years before it turned into a song that was mid at best. Yeah. Matter of fact, 2, 1, and 0 are all Designer songs. Like just finish the list with Designer. Because my goodness. I feel like Drake has to be on this list somewhere, but I just can't think of what Drake song
I
would be on this list.
in that Drake, I think would be in the top 10 somewhere. I just don't know what song you put there because he's got. I
God's
know he got.
Plan. God's Plan. That song is awful.
Yeah,
That song is awful. And the video was so cheesy. It was like a fucking walking Hallmark card. Like he's like walking around, like handing people like racks, like blessing folks just randomly, and you put it in a music video, bro. Like, why? And then on top of that, the song was just bad. It was just bad. Like
no,
the
I agree with
hook,
you. Terrible.
trash. Lyrically on there, he wasn't saying anything major. Like it just wasn't good. So yeah, that's going on the top 10 list, or it's an honorable mention to this top five for sure.
All right, I gotta figure out what the number one song for me is, and you gotta come up with the number one song for you too.
I got it.
You already got one?
Yeah,
I have one, and it's not gonna be popular.
it's
And
not a popular song, or this
well,
choice
it
isn't going
is.
to be popular.
My opinion is not gonna be popular.
Oh boy. Well, then you go ahead and go first then, because mine is far less controversial.
Now you go first. I'll say mine for the end.
Gummo by Takashi 69.
Yes.
I mean, he's just yelling. Like the whole song, he's literally just yelling over a mid ass beat. His lyrics trash,
Mhm.
and I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. So Gummo by Takashi 69 is my like top. This is doo doo list.
All right, so the number one song I think might actually just be the most overhyped, not necessarily the most overrated, because it's actually a great song, but it has been overhyped to this point as of June 13th, 2025. That particular song is not like that
You
song at
think
this point has been
you think the
played
song is trash,
around.
or you
No,
are
no,
you
no.
just tired of hearing it?
I said it's not that it's trash. It's the most overhyped at this point because it's been played so much and you've been just over focused on to me. But back when the feud or whatever you want to call it, the beef was there. This is the perfect time to talk about it. But they're still playing this shit like it just came out.
Respect.
There was a concert he did in Toronto the other night, and after he did the song, the crowd was chanting one more time in Drake's hometown in the six. One more time. Hey, that's highly disrespectful for to treat your own man like that. Your own dude. You've done so much for your city, put your own. And B, this song is like what 8 months old? 10 months?
Nah,
Almost
it's
8
got to
months
be
old?
longer than that. It's got to be longer.
Longer
It's
than
got to be
that?
older than that. Yeah.
And we still playing it like it just came out. It kind of overhyping it to me. Now, in terms of most overrated song, I'm having some trouble with that, and I'm really trying to think who I would put in that position. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. I'm definitely gonna come back to that one. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got on the list for today. I saw this Yelp list. Let me pull it up real quick. I want to make sure that I get all of the cities correct.
Okay.
I want to see if you can guess the top 10 Yelp barbecue cities. So Yelp top 10, right?
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go top 10, okay? I know you're not gonna be able to guess some of these, but we'll just give it a try, all right?
I'm with it.
Number 10, what do you think number 10 is?
Somewhere in the Carolinas.
Close. Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. I was gonna say Memphis, but I'm sure
Now,
Memphis is
for
probably higher
anyone
on
that
the list.
says Nashville is not close to the Carolinas, you need to go look at a map because you can drive from Nashville to North Carolina in one day. Matter of fact, you can do it in probably 8 hours. So don't come for me for that. But number 2 or number 9, Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
Number 8 is a Midwest city, very close to the state of Kansas and Missouri.
St. Louis?
What's your guess? No. St. Louis
Chicago?
is not in the top 10. Chicago is not in the top 10.
I was like, it shouldn't be.
Neither is St. Louis.
Oh, I don't know, bro.
All right. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I would have never guessed that. Would have never guessed that.
No way you're guessing number 7. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense, though. Like, but Hawaiian barbecue is vastly different. It's not actual barbecue.
Yeah. But they got it on the list. I don't know how it falls on the list, but they got it on the list. Number 6 is a southern city in the Carolinas. South Carolina, to be exact. Can you guess? Number 6.
Nope.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know much about Greenville.
I don't either. I've never been there, but from what I hear, it's a pretty nice place. I don't know. I yet to be seen. The other is in South Carolina as well, and it's Charleston, South Carolina. That was
Charleston makes sense.
Number 4, Memphis. And I'm gonna let you guess the top 3. Start with number 3.
You said Memphis was where? Memphis was 4?
Memphis was 4.
Okay, I knew Memphis was going to be up there. I swear to God, if any city in Texas is on that list, I'm going to flip out of the last 3 because Texas barbecue is so bad. Is Austin on that list of 3?
Yeah, Austin's on the list.
Get out of here, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Austin is 3. Kansas City is 2, and then some other random city that makes no sense is probably number 1.
Wrong.
Okay, what is it?
They got Kansas City number 3.
Yep, throw the whole list away.
Number 2, the city underwater, San Antonio.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I lived in San Antonio for a year, and I've been to San Antonio recently, and not only do you not see a bunch of barbecue restaurants there, but like, how do you just say, like, out of all the things San Antonio is good at, barbecue, like San Antonio, Texas. Who made this list, bro? Who made this list?
This is a Yelp list.
Yelp is full of shit.
Yeah, this is I don't know how they compiled this. Oh no, I know how they did it. It was something about.
Wait, so does that mean Austin's number 1?
Yeah, Austin's number 1.
Get real.
So no state was allowed to have more than 2 cities listed.
And the top 3 had 2 cities that are within an hour from each other?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
And they based it off of like 5-star reviews.
I'll pass.
Now,
we had barbecue. We had barbecue in Austin. We had it.
The only thing that was good was the brisket. Everything else was trash.
We had it. We had like a very nice place at that too.
We did.
I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I don't believe it.
We went to one of the top barbecue joints in Austin. At this moment, I cannot remember the name of it, but I do know that the only thing that we all agreed upon that was good was the brisket. Everywhere we went in Austin, the brisket
was fire.
the best thing we had.
So that's why Austin being in the top 3 made sense to me. But I was thinking like 3, Kansas City 2, some other random city 1. But like, come on, man. Austin, best barbecue in the States is nuts.
Yeah, number 1. Number 1 city for barbecue in the U.S. according to Yelp.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we got another top 5. Top 5 overrated NBA players
Of all time or currently?
currently.
Where is Jason Tatum on that list?
No, man, come on,
Nope. Come on these nuts.
man.
Pause. But
Oh my God.
I
Hey
know that was
yo.
terrible. That was
Hey
terrible.
yo.
That was awful.
Where you got Jason Tatum at? Anything
I
inside the top 10 is wild.
I put him at 10.
I would say that his teammate is more overrated than him.
Who, Jalen?
Yeah.
You're sick. Jalen is the better person on the better player on that team.
Man, I gotta disagree with that whole thing. Okay, come on, give me your number 4. I'm assuming 5 is Tatum, right?
Are we doing top 5? I
Yeah,
can't
top
put
5. This is your top 5. I don't have one.
I
This
can't
is
put
coming from
I
you.
can't put Jason Tatum in the top 5. I can put him in the top 10. Jason Tatum's
Okay.
a solid player, but he's just I think the hype is too real behind him. If we're talking currently, James Harden's got to be on that list somewhere.
Ooh, okay.
Kawhi Leonard's definitely on that list. He's
Okay.
past his tenure. I feel like this list is going to be people that at one time were superstars and just have not been that in recent history.
So you're saying basically washed players?
Yeah, which would make them overrated now at this point.
Jimmy Butler.
No, Jimmy Buckets is still a problem, bro. I'd put Embiid on that list before I put Jimmy Butler.
Throw Embiid on the list. I don't care.
Yeah,
Embiid,
Embiid's going on
Jimmy
that list.
Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets, all right. We put him on the list. I think this is just in no specific order, but I digress.
No, yes. No particular order. So you already got
So,
what?
so we got 4. I think I need one more.
One more.
Hold on, let me think. Does Book go on this list?
Looking back on it, at least my pride is intact. Cause we said no strings attached, and I still got tied up in that. Everything that I write is either.
I'll put Kevin Durant on the list before him.
Before Book, I can agree with that. To the point to where KD is literally about to go to the Spurs. So I mean that makes sense. They're not talking about Book going to the Spurs. They talking about KD going to the Spurs. One of the best scorers of all time at that size with like all the intangibles in a Hall of Fame career is gonna go to the Spurs to go play with Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox and Steph Castle, which is good for me because I love the Spurs, but you know, not good for him and his legacy.
Yeah, I definitely feel like KD's got to be on there before Booker. I think that Jamal Murray, playoff Jamal Murray, is a big letdown.
I can see that as
I
well.
would say so. He's an overrated player. He's not top 5, but he's definitely somewhere in the top 15. I think some people tried to say Halliburton was one of the most overrated players.
I can't go with that.
I can't agree with that.
I can't go with that at all.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. You know who is though? Somewhere on that list, top 10.
Who?
Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, for sure.
By the way, just because we're saying that these people are the most overrated or some of the most overrated does not mean we're saying these people are trash players. We're just saying they get more credit than they probably deserve. That's how I look at it, right? You?
Agreed.
All right, so there was one. We're gonna wrap this last topic up with something that I sent you a video about, and I want to get your comments on it. So, for those that have seen, well, Hulu shows. Well, I'm trying to think what the name of his Hulu show is. I sent you the clip of. You know, it doesn't matter. So there's a show on Hulu where this uh, fine sister is a lawyer, and she's having issues with her husband. Right? She's talking to a therapist, and she says she doesn't believe in unconditional love. And the therapist
Oh,
basically says
yes, you
to
sent
her
that to
that,
me.
yeah, the therapist basically says to her, "Do you think that's because you probably never had anyone love you unconditionally?" And she said, "You know what? That might be so. She didn't think someone loved her unconditionally." Do you think that a lot of people that have these issues in relationships or with relationships or with love or the concept of love or the concept of marriage, do you think that's just because up until current day they have not had someone that did unconditionally love them?
You know, the short answer or the long answer?
You give me whatever answer you want to.
Yes.
Elaborate.
You said I can give you whatever answer I want to. The answer is
No, no,
yes.
no, 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 no. Elaborate.
So I will die on this ledge by myself, but only women, children, and animals are unconditionally loved. Argue with your mama. Um,
Come on,
yeah.
carry on. You're cooking.
um, I like in all honesty, man, like in that top three list that I just gave you of things that are unconditionally loved, like low key, it's like animals, women, kids, respectfully. And like it's because I've seen it, I've experienced it. Um, I've also like just seen enough controlled instances where I wholeheartedly believe this. And whereas I think there's definitely some validity to the point of the counselor that was speaking in the video, to the point of like, hey, if you've never seen it or you've never experienced it, if you never felt it, did you just drop? We just lost Chris. But I'm gonna continue. Um, if you've never seen it, never experienced it, never felt it, like one, how could you give that? Two, how could you know what it looks like whenever you're actually receiving it? And three, yeah, I think it's absolutely valid. So in that vein, you have to really think about why that makes sense. It's the same connotation you could take to anything. If you've never seen a healthy marriage, you've never seen a healthy relationship, you've never seen, you know, a man not be a womanizer or anything along those lines, you're a product of your environment in most cases. So the way you're conditioned initially is through either trauma or experiences or watching somebody else as you grow up and things of that nature. And that's what cultivates your like your likes, your dislikes, your experiences, things of that nature. And so with that, you have to be realistic and say, yes, it makes perfect sense for somebody to not believe in unconditional love because they've never seen it or they've never experienced it, or usually some combination of the two. And that's where I land. I land on the fact that, like, as a giving person who would literally give my last dollar, actually, yes, you could have my last dollar and I'll have nothing just to make sure that, like, you're good. Because if you're good, you're gonna go do good things in the world. I'm still gonna be able to do good things in the world, giving from empty, you know. Um, welcome back. Just talking to the people, letting them know that,
I'm
you
glad you
know,
carried
just
on that. I'm glad you carried that on.
definitely, because I mentioned that we lost you, and then I just carried on anyway.
Okay, okay.
But
All right.
as I was saying though, when it comes to unconditional love, I'm just speaking specifically from me at this point. I gave a couple examples. I'm speaking from me specifically at this point. Like I have been in a space where I literally like did everything to improve the quality of life of somebody, that gave me insight about the poor quality of life that they had before I knew them. And I took that as a, personal challenge ultimately to show them different, show them better, and depleted myself for sure. And definitely was told like, hey, I'm down for you in whatever capacity that you need, but was never met with that. There was like it was always like, well, I'm down for you while you're happy. I'm down for you while you're doing good for me. I'm down for you when like it's not inconvenient to me that you have feelings and that they're not all sunshine and rainbows. And as I'm down for you as long as you're giving me whatever it is that I'm telling you that I want. And then as soon as there was anything other than a smile on my face, or I had a point of contention about something or anything along those lines, I was met with the exact opposite of what I was told and promised ultimately that I was going to get from that scenario. So in essence, the love was extremely conditional. But I think that it comes with age, wisdom, experiences, all of those things to where like you can grow into a person who gives unconditional love because you get an understanding for what it actually looks like. But have I experienced it? No, not until I met my son. My son doesn't look at me and say like, "I love you, Dad," because you do X, Y, and Z. He's just like, "I love you, Dad," and I know it's real. And so I think like your love is the love you receive as a man is conditional from people who you have done too much for. When you allow people to when you don't treat people like princesses or little princes or whatever, like you treat them like someone who you want to see them grow and develop their skill set and take leadership, take ownership, all those things. When you really like want somebody to be a well-rounded person, you're putting them in a position to where they don't depend on you for everything. Like my son is 7, but he doesn't depend on me for everything. He'll come to me and ask me for stuff or ask me my opinion on things or ask me to help him with something or whatever. Absolutely. But more often than not, if he needs it, he'll go get it. Or he'll just tell me, "Hey dad, I'm gonna do this." Like today, I stopped at Walgreens to go get him some calamine lotion because he's got a bunch of mosquito bites from when he was in San Antonio this past week. And as soon as I stop, he grabs his iPad and he just starts climbing up to the front seat of the car. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna come up here and sit here and play on my iPad." Didn't ask, just said, "This is what I'm doing." He took ownership, took leadership at that moment, was like, "We're stopped. It's safe. I'm just gonna hop up here because this is what I want to do." He knew he wasn't gonna get in trouble or anything along those lines, but he also knew he had somebody that loves him enough to be like, "Hey, like, yeah, that's cool." But he gives that same love back where he's just like, every 5 minutes that we've been on right now, I've seen a little shadowy figure walk over to the front of my door and look in here just to see if I'm okay because he unconditionally loves me. He just wants to make sure that I'm good.
Yeah. You
You
lose your
know,
job, he still loves you the same.
exactly. You
You
lose your
make a
job.
mistake, he still loves you the same.
You know what I'm saying? I could yell at him today, which I don't do often at all. Like I barely even raise my voice when it comes to dealing with him. Um, and literally we can have a conversation about it. I can apologize to him and we're good because he knows that I love him and he knows that like this is mutual. There's reciprocity in the love that we have for each other.
Hmm.
But I've been in relationships and there has been no reciprocity.
Yeah.
And the unconditional values, like those just don't exist either. It's like what is in it for me? Like from the female's perspective, what's in it for me? I'm impacted by what you say to me, how you say it, what you do, what you don't do. All these other things that are literal conditions on whether or not the woman is going to love you. And that's wild to me. So yeah, I'm off the soapbox.
I agree with all that. I just think for some people, until they experience it themselves or truly know they've experienced it, they for some reason don't believe. But the one thing that I keep coming back to is that so many of these people that don't believe in these things are the same people that tell you that they follow God and they believe in God, but then they forget that He loves you unconditionally. So they say, I've never felt it. I've never had it. You keep getting blessings. You stay blessed, right? Even though you have done plenty of things that you should be ashamed of, you still can ask for forgiveness and keep it moving. But why would you assume that male or female can never love you the same way? Now, it may take you a ton of people to get there. It may take a ton of people to get there. But there has to be at least one person in this life, I think, that can love you unconditionally. That's just my opinion. Well, y'all, it's been a decent, long hour. This weekend, we got Father's Day, so I want to say Happy Father's Day to everyone that we both know. Happy Father's Day to you,
Happy Father's Day to you, my guy. A good father, good present black father, and that's
too. You too.
important. Thank you, sir. I stand on that. Speaking of which, in that vein, I I've had this conversation with both of my parents. I've said these exact words to them, that I am the parent that I wish that I had. And it's not shade to them, but it is literally what I stand on when it comes to parenting my children. I got McDonald's money, I got time, I got energy, I got whatever you need, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not yelling and I'm not whooping you.
Oh man, you know what? No, no shade to my mother, but whereas I will drive the 30, 35 minutes to go pick Carter up, take him to practice, my mom.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
I remember I wanted to play golf on the high school team my freshman year, and she's like, "Well, the coach is gonna take you home because I ain't picking you up." So, sure enough, coach took me home every night, but she wasn't picking me up. You know, look, every single parent has different things that they go through. They might have other kids to take care of, but they can't always be there for the one kid that is active into multiple other things. Completely get that. Like I said, it's not anything bad that she didn't pick me up for those things. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But I know that for me, what I like to do is I want to give a little extra amount of I think it's important for me the type of dad that I want to be.
Yep.
And I feel bad when I promise some things and I don't follow through with it at that particular time. Can't help it. But I try to get better every day. I love all three of my kids, and we all have a great relationship. And I hope that it doesn't rain this Sunday because we got plans to go fishing
You got
after
what?
church.
You got fishing?
We got plans to go on fishing right after church.
That sounds fire.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain because I really want to take them to go fishing.
Ezra's got a baseball
Uh,
tournament. That's the second day of the tournament. So I get to be around the sport that we both love and coach him in and watch him do his thing.
okay.
It's gonna be a good
Shout
Sunday.
outs, shout outs to another good dad, our mutual friend Jared.
Great dad,
He
a girl dad at that.
takes, yeah, girl dad takes his daughters to soccer practice or basketball practice all the time. Almost every day of the week, they got some type of practice or game they got to be at, and he is always there. Shout out to Jared.
All right. Shouts out to my guy.
I know we both know plenty of other dads that are great that we have the fortune of being around.
Honestly, I feel like our entire circle is good fathers. Like we may be some wild cards for sure in a lot of other aspects, but we are definitely some good fathers. And yes, Clint, I'm talking about you.
I would say so. But I think um, I know we were gonna wrap this up now, but I think something has to be said. I think for me, I learned how to be the type of dad I want to be based off of multiple male figures in my life. So I have my now this could be you learn based off things not to do and things to do, right? Or things are how you want to do it differently. But in no particular shape or fashion, what I'm gonna say does this mean these people fit in these categories? I'm just saying in general, right? So I learned from my dad. I learned from what used to be my stepdad, but I still call him my dad. So I say I have two dads. They both know this, right? But a lot of it has to do with my uncles. So I have on different sides of the family. The way they treat their kids and the way that they treated me growing up. What I learned from them, what I liked about it. So I got to throw them in there as well in ways that I've learned. I don't know about you, but I think it's positive when you be around a lot of positive male figures in your life. When your dad is not there, your dad's on the road driving trucks or something like that, or lives in a different state, and you're able to call one of your uncles to be there for you to help you out. It's a good thing.
It is a great feeling. And I have that same thing. Got some uncles that I can definitely depend on. So I'm right there with you, man.
And while right now, at age 39, my dad doesn't live here in the United States, but I talk to that man pretty much every day. day. And our relationship is rock solid. Just because he doesn't live here doesn't mean we can't have a good relationship.
Right.
I don't have to see him to have a great relationship. Anytime I need some advice, I can call him at any time of the day. I can call him at 3 o'clock in the morning his time. He'll answer the phone. What, you okay? You need something? What's wrong?
Yep.
Not, hey, I'm asleep. Why you calling me? Are you okay? What do you need? What's going on?
It's a beautiful thing, man.
It is. It is. He will always be there for me. I will always be there for him. So happy Father's Day, Pop. Happy Father's Day, Van V. Like I said, I think I got some great role models in my life. And hopefully, I can be some role models to my younger family members, especially to my nephew, both my nephews. So, anything you want to follow up on that?
Happy Father's Day to my pops too, and my grandfather. My grandfather is the only grandfather that I've ever known. I don't know my mom's father, and then my father's father passed away before I was born. So Bobby Watson is the only grandfather I've ever known. He's not my biological grandparent, but he's been married to my grandmother since before I was born. And I talk to him every Tuesday, like clockwork. That's my guy. He's a street dude from Quindaro. Um, and he still moves like that at 85. So shouts out to Bobby Watson as well. Just all the fathers that I have access to, whether it be friends, family, anything like that. Like I appreciate y'all. So happy Father's Day to all y'all boys.
All right, y'all. So, Fountain City Kings, you can locate us on our website, fountaincityKings.com. You can listen to us on any platform that you normally listen to your podcast on. Our default would definitely be Spotify, but you can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on iHeartRadio. Any platform you can think of, we're there. We'd love for you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel or subscribe to our podcast on those platforms. Here's to a great weekend, great Father's Day. It's your boy, Big Chris, the counselor, Daddy Fat Stack, the one you need in your life. That's it.
I'm just Kevin. Kevin Tyrone, aka Kevin, not Kev, because only my grandma can call me that, and you niggas are not my grandma. So anyway, happy Father's Day. We love y'all. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. Do something for your mental and your physical well-being at least 1 to 3 times per week, so we can all be better people.
There you go. Peace out.